Hey peeps, welcome back. We're talking The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 14, episode 3. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. All right, you guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this video. I hope today is a great day. All right, so let's get into the show. So the show picks up with Garcelle letting us know that her son Jade has signed with LA Models. And that explains it, because I did see some photos of her and Jade and they were model type photos. And I said to myself, well, you know, Garcelle is a model. She used to be a supermodel. And I wouldn't want her children want to go into the same career. And he seems to be doing pretty daggone good. So congratulations to Jade and good luck with his modeling career. See Erica, she's getting a new Porsche delivered. She explained to the duck in her pool that the car was going to be delivered. And I thought, this is real cute. You know what I mean? But then this Porsche is delivered and I said, you know what, Erica, I don't want to hear you complaining about your small house and how you don't have everything that you had before. You are doing really well. You are doing better than most people. So stop the bullshit. I don't want to hear about you complaining about what you don't have. You have quite a bit. So then they move over to Kyle, and Kyle is sitting around talking to her daughter. They're having a little bit of lunch and she's wondering who Mauricio is going to Europe with. And I said, I don't know if this is appropriate for you to be asking her all these questions. It's clear that you want to know what's going on. Why don't you just ask him? She was sitting there trying to make it seem like it wasn't a big deal. But in my opinion, she wanted to know if he was going to Europe with a woman. You say that you have this amicable relationship, then why can't you just call him and say, hey, buddy, I heard you were going to Europe. Who's going? You know what I mean? He's either going to tell you who's going or he's going to tell you to mind your business. It's one of those. Don't bring the kids into this. Kathy has decided that she is going to plan a weekend getaway to Oceanside for all the ladies. And I said, you know, Kathy is a nice lady, or at least she plays a nice lady on TV. Anyway, she has decided, since she's so rich, that she is going to give very creative invitations. She got these monogrammed suitcases and she loaded them up with a bunch of nice little gifts, monogram gifts for the girls, and she put the invite in there. They also got these really nice hats that they're going to wear down on the beach, sun hats, you know. And she picked out which hat each girl should get. I said, look at Kathy, she's putting a lot of thought into this, you know. And so she decides that she wants to save a little money on delivery. I said, really, Kathy? Anyway, her and her brand manager, which by the way, I don't have a brand manager. As a matter of fact, I don't even have a brand. But listen, her and her brand manager get into Kathy's Rolls Royce. At least I think that was a Rolls Royce. I'm not really sure because all the people I know don't have one. So, you know, I don't know. But anyway, she's sitting on all these pillows. Her brand manager is coming along for the ride. And I thought it was hilarious as hell because the brand manager, she is praying to the good Lord, you know, crosses herself before Kathy pulls out of the driveway. And then as Kathy is driving through the streets of Los Angeles in this Rolls Royce, sitting on all of these pillows, not only is she crossing herself and praying as well, she's eating a banana. And I said, this was definitely not on my bingo card. It really wasn't. Kathy driving around in LA eating bananas, sitting on pillows with a whole bunch of suitcases in the bag with the brand manager. That's back to my thing. What is a brand manager's job? Because this lady, she is going from door to door with Kathy, dropping off these suitcases. She goes into Kyle's house. She says hello to Kyle and she says, can I raid your refrigerator? I'm hungry. When she meets up with Garcelle, Garcelle says, hey, Carol. She gives her a hug. Then she hugs Kathy. I said, do brand managers follow you around and help pass out stuff? But then later when they were on the beach, she had her chief of staff, Muhammad, out on the beach judging the games. I said, well, I don't know, honey. I have never been rich. This is just a lot. Bose was completely shocked when Kathy showed up to her door and she says, I can't believe it. I've got Kathy Hilton. at my front door wearing a bucket hat. And listen, it would just be surprising to me that Kathy Hilton showed up at my place. But the fact that she showed up with a bucket hat and a suitcase, I love it. I thought the idea was super cute, and it's something that I think that I should do, except for, mine would be, not just low budget, it would be no budget. No budgets. Okay, so I won't be doing this. This is just a little too rich for me. I'm poor. Anyway, Kathy goes over to Kyle's and she has a seat. Like I said, the brand manager, Carol, went and helped herself to a little snack because she was starving and probably nervous as hell driving around LA with Kathy. Kyle is trying to keep her mind off things, in my opinion. She's trying to keep things flowing, try to change up a little bit. She tells Kathy that she's doing a little redecorating. This place was hers and Mo's, and of course the family. And now that Mo has moved out, she wants to switch things up. I'm pretty sure that that'll help a little. Looking around the house and seeing all of the things that you and him picked out together, that stuff would probably get to me too. So I would probably want to make some changes. Kathy, in my opinion, watching the conversation with Kathy and Kyle, I think that Kathy is really team Dorit here. I don't think that Kathy believes that Dorit has done anything so serious that their friendship needs to stop. Or that Kyle should be angry with Dorit in this way. And Kyle makes the comment that she doesn't know how she's going to be able to get through this beach event with Dorit being there. She believes that Dorit will not take accountability for any of her actions. And the thing is we have seen Kyle for, 14 seasons? And over the 14 seasons, especially starting season 1, with the way she treated her sister and the way she continues to treat her sister, Kyle never takes accountability. She never, ever steps right up out of the gate and says, listen, that crap that I did was wrong, and I am truly sorry for it. I should have never did this or did that. She never does. Ever. And the thing is, Kyle and Dorit, I did believe that they were truly friends, not just we're friends on TV, but friends off camera. And the thing is, if you really are friends with someone, if they believe that you have done something to hurt them, why not just say, hey, I'm sorry? At that moment, that gives Dorit a chance to say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you, and fix this relationship. Kathy says, hopefully you guys can have a talk by yourself and work this out. Kathy says that she believes that Kyle's treatment to Dorit is because she is hypersensitive right now, and that's why she's behaving in this way. She is clearly taking her upset and anger and heartbreak out on Dorit, in my opinion. So then we see Mauricio stopping by.
And then Marta came in, and she saw what I was doing, she started crying. And because she started crying, I started crying.
Is there any part of you that hopes you maybe back together?
I don't want to answer that question right now.
Here's the thing. I think that Kyle might be regretting her decision to separate with Mauricio. I think that she may also regret that she was out there flaunting her friend in this man's face, even though allegedly he's been out doing his thing for a very long time. Allegedly. But even though allegedly he was out there, dipping and doing it and all these other things, it was always rumors and gossip. There was never any photos. There was never any, here's Mauricio walking there, walking these streets, holding hands with someone. Here's Mauricio bringing this person onto the show. Here's Mauricio in this video. See what I mean? It was none of that. When she tells him that she started crying and he was like, it didn't seem like he cared. It really didn't. I think just by seeing his behavior, by finding out that he rented that apartment and bought furniture, he did not stage the apartment. I think that he is truly over her as far as the marriage goes. But she is not over him. I think that she is absolutely heartbroken. and was in the hopes that they would get back together. When production asked her that question and she said she didn't want to answer it right now, she's doing what she always does. That is a simple question that you could have answered. If the answer is yes, no one's going to be upset with you that you would hope to get back together with your husband. If the answer is no, no one's going to get upset with you that you have decided that you want to end this marriage. Just answer the question. When she brings up those towels, I said, oh, wow. He didn't really care. He was laughing and joking. He's got enough towels. But somewhere I was thinking that she brought that up because she was hoping that this would be something nice that she could do for him. She could come over to his apartment, or he could come back and they would have more time together. I don't know. What did you guys think about that? But then when he brought up to her that PK got his own spot and he was staging his apartment, I said, what? PK got his own place. Listen, I said last week that I thought that PK and Mauricio were both done. They were out. PK moved out of that hotel and got his own spot. But then when she said that she texts PK periodically, I said, you know what, honey? Stop it. Because you know good and damn well if the people came back to you and said, Dorit text Mauricio, she would lose her shit. Her and Dorit would never talk again. I don't know about you texting PK. I'm just saying. Does anybody know, are Kyle and Morgan together, or have they completely severed ties? Because they went from hot and heavy to she doesn't even want that woman's name brought up on the show. What's going on? I really do think that she wants her family back. She wants her husband back. It's hard for her to deal with being in an empty nest. Her children are growing up. They're getting married. They're moving on to their own apartments. Pretty soon her youngest daughter, she'll be headed off to college, and it's going to be new for her. It really is. And even though Kyle irritates me, I wish her the best. I really do. I said, Jennifer Tilly, Lord, she's packing her suitcase with a bunch of very colorful clothes. It looks like some of that stuff Miss Roper would wear. And she's got poker chips, holy water, and sage. And I said, that's perfect for this trip. It really is. The sage and the holy water is perfect because every now and again, one of them could really use to be rebuked in the name of the Lord, for sure. And that holy water, just, the power of Christ compels you. I'm just saying, Halloween just passed. I rewatched The Exorcist. Leave me alone. Dorit is upset and concerned about leaving the kids. She said she knows it's only for a couple of days. However, this is their long-suffering, I don't know that I just said that, nanny. And so the kids are used to her. They're comfortable with her. And what I appreciated is Erica said, well, why are they not with PK? Okay, I was thinking that. And she said, well, they don't know that we're divorcing and PK got his own apartment. I said, oh, wow. My heart goes out to those two little ones. They love their mommy and daddy. But the thing is, they're used to PK not being home. That man is always in Europe. He's always away. So they're used to him being away. And at some point, her and PK are definitely going to have to sit down and have a conversation on how they're going to break this news to those children. And she's always got different therapists around. Maybe her and PK should talk to a therapist on how they should introduce this to the children, because they're going to find out, they're going to know sooner or later, kids are always around and they are always listening. They will hear something and know what's going on. Erica has entered the conversation regarding Dorit and Kyle. I guess Dorit went ahead and showed Erica what Kyle was upset about. Erica said, this does not really make sense. This was clearly a joke. And she says that she told Kyle, this was just a little light-hearted humor. She didn't mean to hurt you. And I don't think that she would have said that if she thought she was going to hurt you. And I'm sure she would apologize for it. This cannot be real. You cannot be angry with her over this. Dorit says, yes, it was lighthearted and it was just a joke and she didn't mean to hurt Kyle's feelings. However, everything Kyle did after that was purposely to hurt Dorit's feelings. And I agree with that. Then Dorit goes through and lists all the things that she has done or said that pissed Kyle off. It goes all the way back to 2019. And those things were simple and ridiculous. Who is really upset about these things? It did not make sense to me. So the ladies all head over to Kathy's house. They're getting ready to go on this trip. When they get there, They are served champagne. Kathy has all the good food laid out in the kitchen. Bose said, this is how you do it. This is how you set the tone for the trip. But she was also a little concerned. She said, the last time I was together with all these ladies, 2 ladies was fighting. She said, are the other ladies going to be fighting? Is the fighting going to continue? And then she said, am I going to be fighting? I said, you know what, Bose? You never know. You never know with the Housewives, but all of the Beverly Hills Housewives is on the Peacock. So on your time that you have free, Bose, go all the way back to season 1 so you can see who you're dealing with. Kyle gets there and lets us know exactly how rich she is. She shows up carrying a beautiful purse that was $22,500. And Bose tells her how beautiful the purse is. Well, inside the purse, she pulls out another purse that was $35,000. Then next to that purse, she had another purse that was $18,950, making the grand total of bags $76,450. I said, oh gosh, I just can't even imagine. I really can't. I don't think that I've ever paid over $75 for a purse. But I'm also not rich. But still, that's a lot of money. Dorit is still sad and, concerned about the kids. Plus, she says that she knows the last time she saw PK, he told her that they were not going to be talking 5 times a day. However, she said she didn't know that he meant they weren't going to be talking at all. I knew that. Didn't everybody know that? It seemed to me that he was saying, he needed to separate. You guys needed space and you needed to have your own independence. That's what it sounds like. I don't know. I could have got it wrong. Then here comes Jennifer Tilly. She walks in and she is carrying a Louis Vuitton purse that looks like a boat. Everyone was thinking she was coming in there with a little toy. Erica said, no, that is art. And she is definitely coveting everything that Jennifer Tilly has. And it turns out that this Louis Vuitton purse is $33,000. I said, oh God, I just can't believe this. I appreciate the fact that Erica was honest about coveting Jennifer Tilly, because we know, according to Erica, she's broke, she's poor. And her $650,000 a year that she makes on the Housewives, plus all the other projects that she does and concerts, is just not enough. Okay, she cannot live the way she wants to. Anyway, I'm sick of Erica. On the way there, they start playing a little drinking game, and Erica asked, has Garcelle dated any famous men? And I thought to myself, that shows right there that you didn't read Garcelle's book. Anyway, they all seemed to be surprised when she said that she dated Eddie Murphy, Will Smith, and Sean Penn. And Erica said, well, if you dated all those amazing dudes, why didn't you marry one of them? And I said, well, first of all, it's none of your damn business. Second of all, why did you marry the man you married? Oh, wait, we know why. Get the hell out of here, lady. You ended up marrying Tom because you knew he was rich. Now you're in the situation you're in now. Don't worry about why the hell Garcelle didn't marry one of them. Stop being nosy. Erica says if Garcelle dated Tom Cruise, that would have been a serious loss. No, it wouldn't, honey, because then she would have to deal with David Miscavige. Nobody wants that. Ask Leah Remedy. So the ladies get together to go out and have a little lunch. Erica was very vocal in letting everyone know that she's only going to have 2 cocktails, one for lunch and one for dinner. Thanks to her previous behavior before, we all appreciate it very much. However, I did enjoy Merce's in the purse. Anyway, Kathy starts screaming because she believes that she sees a whale, but it's just a surfer. That's Kathy. Dorit, then sitting across from Bose, decides to have a conversation with Bose and explains to her how she broke down over missing the kids with Erica earlier and how PK has gotten an apartment, and how she found out about the apartment was through text message. He had really just cut her out of the process, is what she said on the after show. So during the time that they're having this conversation, I'm really enjoying this friendship between Dorit and Bose that is growing. I also want to put out there that Bose looked amazing. From head to toe, her outfits, her hair, her makeup, everything was amazing. I do sometimes think that her hair is too high, but otherwise, I really like this lady. But what I did not like was Garcelle down at the bottom of the table wanting to know about Bo's and Dorit's conversation and wanted to be a part of the conversation, and then making comments that she felt as if she was isolated from the conversation. Now, I was upset with that because you don't like Dorit. You don't need to be involved in this conversation. You don't care about the fact that she's separating from her husband. You guys don't get along at all. Why in the world would you want her to start sharing all of this information with the group? Majority of the time when she starts talking, somebody is always telling her that she's long-winded. She needs to shut the hell up. And you are always a part of that group. Now, I love Garcelle. Do not get me wrong, but this has nothing to do with you. If I'm at a table and somebody that I don't really deal with, someone that I don't think really likes me, why would I interrupt and try to be a part of their conversation? And later in the episode, you see Garcelle and Jennifer and Sutton talking about it, and none of them really needs to know what's going on in Dorit's life. Dorit is not close with Garcelle, Sutton, or Jennifer that I am aware of, and I don't know why they were so irritated. And Garcelle makes this comment that they want to get to know Bose too. Well, you know, Bose is here. She's on the trip. And you could pull Bose to the side to have a private conversation with her too if you wanted to. And then there was some sort of comment about trying to navigate or separate them at dinner so that she could talk to Bose or so that Bose couldn't talk to Dorit. I don't know what that was about, but I think that Sutton and Jennifer and Garcelle was absolutely wrong for that. They were not being excluded at all. And if you really cared about her and you really wanted to be a part of the conversation, a real easy way to do that is to say, hey, you guys, are you guys good down there? What's happening? What's going on? And then they would have either changed the subject or they would have told you, we're just having a private conversation. Don't do that. I didn't like that. Get down in the comments, you guys. What did you think about that? Well, they were talking a little bit about divorces, and Erica makes some kind of comment that Tom had said some really hurtful things to her. So bad, in fact, that she doesn't want to say it out loud or repeat it. And then here we go. We find out that Jennifer Tilly was married to Sam Simon, who created The Simpsons. They were married for 7 years, but together for 10. And in the divorce, she got a little piece of The Simpsons. And she says every day, she says, thank you, Sam. And I had no idea that Sam passed away in 2015. The Daily Mail, right after the show aired, they posted an article about Jennifer Tilly and her, having a little piece of The Simpsons. And they said that her net worth is around $40 million, which includes her earnings from The Simpsons royalties, her acting jobs, her reality TV, and she nearly earns $1 million playing poker. I mean, wow. Who knew Jennifer Tilly was sitting on all that cash? And she just said it casually when she was talking to the producers in her confessional. I really like her. Out of nowhere, Kathy's brand manager shows up. I said, here she go. She's got all these masks with Kathy's face on them. I said, well, shit, just do what the hell they want you to do. You know what I mean? The next thing you know, they're having a race. Dorit face plants. However, Garcelle and Bose, they win the race. Dorit was doing bad out there. The next thing you know, Kathy decides they should play Duck, Duck, Goose. And I said, what? I was shocked. The youngest person out of the group is 47. And I said to myself, Duck, Duck, Goose. But then I said, well, it's nice to be reminded of when you were a kid. You used to do all these things. Sometimes life is hard. Let's get out here and have a little fun and be kids again. So if she would have said, hey, girl, you go play Duck, Duck, Goose, I'd have just went on and played. Okay. Kyle says that Kathy is trapped in a nursery rhyme book, and Kathy says she would rather be trapped in a nursery rhyme book than in reality. So what the hell is happening in your reality, Kathy? I don't even know. Bo says she cannot believe that they are grown as hell playing Duck, Duck, Goose, but she participated. She played. Sutton said, okay, we are in pre-K, but everybody said that shit to their confessionals. Nobody said it to Kathy's face. I love it. Garcelle does make a comment that she says that she thinks that Dorit has become closer to Bose because she's got a clean slate with Bose. Bose doesn't have any bad history with her, and she's able to open up and be honest and share information with Bose. And if that is the reason, I don't see a problem with it. Her and Bose seem to get along. They seem to like each other's company. They seem to both be sharing. You know, Dorit is sharing maybe a little more than Bose. I really do think they could be really good friends. Then that scene with Dorit and Erica and them earrings, I said, is it that serious? You guys know I have zero fashion sense, but I have never concentrated on, does this earrings look better with this outfit than this? And I got all these bangles on it that Erica said, well, you're mixing metals. And I thought, yep, I don't have any money. Like, this is a lot. Anyway, the table that they sat at that restaurant was absolutely gorgeous. Then I thought it was different that Kyle said to Dorit, as soon as they all sat down, she said, I wanted to address the elephant in the room, and you and I should get together and have a conversation. And I thought, well, that's nice. And Dorit, you know, she chose violence. Dorit just goes right in to have this conversation. And I'm thinking that maybe Dorit was saying, you publicly treated me like shit, so we're going to have this conversation right here in front of the rest of the group. Dorit, when she says that she is not fooling with Kyle, she means that shit. She really does.
I was really offended by the way that, you know, when that man said the comment about Teddy.
And my question is for Kyle. Why do you keep thrusting Teddy upon these women when they clearly don't like her?
Girl. And you're Teddy's friend. You've always been friends. You wouldn't say anything because it's not the popular thing to say. And you're too worried about what people are going to think.
Kyle,
instead
I'm
of
not
speaking
you.
the truth.
That's you.
No,
it's
that's
always
not me,
been
Dorit.
you.
Oh,
I'm the
really?
one- That's if because I didn't stick up for Teddy.
No, are you not listening to all those little pieces? You showed my text to everybody.
I have never, nor would I ever, share something that you ever confided in me.
I don't think you are that person. I don't, okay?
Well, you've spent the last few months making sure
What happened?
that you are painting me as that girl. And it's the most hurt you've ever been in 13 years.
Right.
Erica, who actually
right.
read the text message
Dorit.
and agreed. Do
Dorit.
you have a problem with her?
God gave you 2 ears and one mouth for a reason. Can you let me talk?
It's okay, Kyle. It's time for you to listen.
This conversation with Dorit and Kyle proves that Dorit was right. When Bose asked her why Kyle was mad at her, and Dorit said it changes every time. I'm not really sure. Kyle has got to stop this. Erica chose her right to remain silent. Okay, she wasn't saying shit. Dorit threw her out there and she was not happy about it. You could tell by the look on her face. Not only that, Kyle is so pissed off at Dorit, but now that you know that Erica agrees that this is just crazy and silliness, what are you going to do about it? Not a damn thing. You know Kyle is not going to come for Erica, not even a little bit. And the whole thing regarding Teddy, first of all, that dude asked you. Erica was on that stage and Marie was on that stage right along with you and Dorit. And Erica's supposed to be friends with Teddy. Erica's doing that podcast with Teddy right now. She didn't say shit about Teddy. She didn't stand up for Teddy at all. Why are you upset about this? Production is really good about showing us all the things that Dorit is saying. Every time Dorit brings up something that Kyle has done or said, production throws the receipts right up. Kyle went all around town telling everybody about Dorit. All right, so at BravoCon, Dorit didn't say you were the best Hilton. All right, on Watch What Happens Live, Dorit says that your relationship with Morgan replaced her. Oh, damn, she can't be your friend for that. Then she reveals that text message. And I would like to say regarding that text message, on the last video, I thought that Kyle sent that text message to Dorit after not talking to her for a couple of weeks. One of the peeps got down in the comments and said, no, ma'am, she hadn't talked to Dorit for months. And then Dorit mentioned it again on the episode. She said Kyle hadn't talked to her for months when she sent that text the night before the reunion, which shows that she was trying to manipulate her. She was trying to close Dorit's mouth so she wouldn't have her feet to the fire. This is crazy. The fact that she's trying to act like Dorit needs to shut up and just accept this half-ass apology that she is trying to deliver is bullshit. And that man asking the question about Teddy was absolutely right. We don't want it. Otherwise, she would still be on the show. So clearly, Bravo doesn't want it because they haven't brought her back. You are the one who is trying to make Teddy happen, and we are sick of it. You are angry with Dorit for something that is stupid. Let it go. You're not going to win this. And I'm telling you, I hope that we don't have to deal with this the entire season, because right now it's Kyle and Dorit that's holding down the show. And we have 4 or 5 other women on here. Okay, let's focus on what the hell is going on in everybody's life. You guys get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.